Hey guys, you should be able to hear me now. Hopefully. I mean, maybe things are working. I don't know. How's it going, everyone? Let's start the day off right with the sip. This is actually my first sip of this coffee. Mmm. It's hot. Mm. How's it going, everyone? Mmm. Working? Great. Hey Zigatan, my favorite man. Okay, so I'm going to start off real quick by saying that my computer might blue screen. So if it blue screens in the middle of the stream, that's what'll happen. I'll come back and I'll make the stream again. But how's it going, guys? How's everyone? How's everyone? How's everyone going? Today I have my very hot French vanilla coffee. What are you all drinking today? It seems like people in the chat are saying, "Get on with it, Boomer." Do you guys not like the pre-show where I just chat with you for a little bit? No Boomer echoes today. I fixed it. Hello, everyone. Hey, Yiz. Hey, Sasamatas. Okay, so I'll tell a few stories. First of all, let me shill right away. I'm gonna be playing Mario Sunshine tonight. On my Twitch channel. I'll type it into the old chat room. As usual, it's Game Boomers. Playing some Mario Sunshine tonight. Me and Naomi. Not really. Get on with it. Thanks, Kazrel. You're my best friend. I love your pre-anything. Jesus Christ, Guy Moore. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'll start with the shilling just because I'm going to be doing that stream. However, I was like, okay, I was set to be a guest on a podcast tonight. And I can't, I can't find the DM, and I don't know whose podcast it is. So if you're listening, message me on Discord, man, because I can't find your DM. I'm set to go on the podcast at 9 p.m. tonight, but I can't find it. So I guess if I don't find this guy who I'm supposed to be podcasting with, I guess I'll just play more Sunshine and just go late on that. But yeah, usually for Game Boomers, I usually stream there between 6 and 7 p.m. EST every night. So if I can get the podcast actually confirmed for tonight, I'll start earlier. I'll start between 5 and 6. But anyway, let's see, what else did I do? Oh, here, let me show you this, guys. Check this out. Let's see if this works. So we got hit with an early frost because we're in Canada here, and let me give you my haul. Look at this stuff, dude. There it is in my kitchen, sitting on top of my freezer, my chest freezer. That's the final haul of the garden. I had to yank everything off early, so a bunch of the tomatoes aren't ripe yet because we were getting hit with frost. So look at that shit, man. That's like a giant pile of vegetables. Let's keep going with it. We got a close up on the tomatoes. We got at least 50 tomatoes there, man. And we got a bunch of kale. I've got like about 50 bags of frozen kale, I'd say. Let's see. There's just the little bits of basil because Naomi's basil plant fucking died. And speaking of Naomi, I was harvesting, she was washing because we have gendered divisions of labor in this household. Let me tell you what. Aiden Keller, get into it, Boomer. I'm getting into it. I'm getting into my garden right now, man. Anyway, there it is. All kind of all the red ones are gonna ripen on the windowsill, and we have all the green ones just in bowls and stuff. And so it's all bagged up. And there's the haul, man. I picked unripe tomatoes because we were getting frost. I had to get them off the vine or else they'd die. So basically, a bunch of those tomatoes that are too small to like put on sandwiches or whatever, I'll just make a tomato. Yeah, I'll make like pasta sauce out of them. That's the plan, man. So that's what happened there. Oh, there's also a whole bunch of jalapeno peppers too. And the joke with that is that the at the store the plants were labeled green peppers, so I bought them. They weren't labeled jalapeno, just generic green bell peppers, and I got jalapenos out of those. Now I have like a bunch of jalapenos. I don't know what to do with them. I can't just eat jalapenos. Jesus. What's frost? Guy Moore, you don't know what frost is? Frost is basically when it happens in fall and spring in Canada in like northern areas where basically it's not just freezing temperatures. It's warm enough that dew still forms on the sides of objects outside, but it's cold enough that that dew flash freezes and it will destroy plants. So if it's too cold, you won't get frost. You'll just get snow. And if it's too warm, you just get dew. But frost is like the in between that only us Canadians get to experience. You live in Israel? Yeah, I live in Canada, so that's why you haven't experienced it. Jalapeno popper, that's a good idea. Wait, hot bananas? Make salsa with jalapenos and those tomatoes. Yeah, man. Grow your own sex toys. That is not what happened. Okay, secondly, I guess I'll get into this. You guys have given some pretty sizable donations the past 2 weeks, which I really appreciate. Thank you very much. I've raised about half that I need to buy a new computer, and so what I did was I just put the other half on my credit line because frankly my computer was dying, and that's just the long and short of it. So here's the situation, okay? I have my recording office, which is where I currently am, and then I have on the other side of the house, which is actually quite far away, the Game Boomers studio, which is like a green screen studio. All right. And my old editing PC that's currently in the corner of this room, I'm going to do something with it at some point. That computer is about 8 to 10 years old. You know, it's a 990 FX Extreme motherboard, which is quite old. Oh, thanks for the $5, Pierce Former Cancer. You're the YouTuber I can donate money to without getting shamed for being Canadian. Take my money, you filthy casual. Thank you, dude. So basically, it's this old-ass computer it has like components that are between 7 and 10 years old, and it was finally dying. I was getting like memory faults with it. The RAM sticks were bad. I was getting CPU problems with it. Basically, the whole thing is falling apart. So I was like, I need a new computer. So at the same time, I had a very decent gaming PC from about 3 years ago that was on the other side of the house in the Game Boomers studio that I played the Game Boomers games on. So in the Game Boomers studio over there, I had this PC, and like I could like move PCs back and forth, but it kind of sucks, frankly, to move it that far, like multiple times a day, depending on what I'm doing. So I bought a new gaming PC with the money that you guys have donated. Thank you very much. It's gone to good use. You'll see a video on the dev kit of us building it. Naomi and I built it. So we have this new PC. Then I took the old gaming PC, and now I'm using that as my current editing PC. However, the problem with that is that the old gaming PC was like also notoriously unstable. Guy Moore, I don't make much. I do not make much. My old gaming PC was notoriously unstable because like Zigatan, this is not just a news show. It's also like a chat with Devo show. But yeah, the old gaming PC, which is now my current editing PC, it's about 3 to 4 years old. Good quality hardware in there, but it's actually rather unstable. And the reason is because it's like the motherboard is like an experimental X99A motherboard, like the first X99 architecture to ever come out, and it's like hit or miss with the stability. Like it'll just blue screen randomly, and I don't know why. It's not. I've run memtest. I've done a bunch of other things. Hey, Zigatan, listen, man. I've said this on Game Boomers, where maybe 30 or 50 people watch. Not on SFO. This is fascinating. Buzzcocks. You're so mean. It's okay, though. I understand. I'll get through this in a minute. Anyway, I'll... Ziggy baby, quiet. I'll get through it, okay? ContraPoints has about 9,000... ContraPoints has about 9,500 patrons with tiers around $2 to $20. You need to get to turn into genderqueer freak to get lots of money. Wow. I guess that's what I should do. I'll just go trans, guys. That'll get me the money. Yeah, I ran Memtest, and it basically, I don't know what's wrong with the computer, but it's running right now. I'm streaming on it. So if it blue screens, that's why. And some people have been asking where I've been, and frankly, a lot of it has been straight up dealing with building the new computer and dealing with some other things in the house. Like, a bunch of us got sick again. So you know what I did yesterday? Naomi and I just bleached the entire house. We bleached every single fucking surface in the house. And we found a bunch of mold in the washroom and we got rid of it. Basically, we're like, it's time to get not sick anymore. Because Jesus Christ. Lilith is hot, but she's not rich. Sure thing he is. So anyway, that's basically what I've been doing. Like, as soon as the editing computer... the mic that I use is a Blue Yeti. As soon as the editing computer started to die, I was like, listen, I can't make videos anymore. I have to, like, get this new PC up and running so that I can make videos again. Because there's no way I'm, like... I did run Memtest, yeah, Arc 5. Nothing. I don't know what to do. But, basically, I was just straight up like, listen, I can't make any videos until I have this computer situation solved because the computer was erroring while rendering videos and I couldn't even get them out. So I had to do this. So that's what I did. Jack Cantrell, people have asked. Hey, where have you been, Jack Cantrell? I haven't seen you around in a while. You want some dev bathwater? Week 2 of illness. That sucks, man. I'll hire Hillary to bleach my home. She'll wipe it with a cloth. Did you test the mem? Yes. Anyway, I'll see what I can do. But basically, the Game Boomers setup is set. I tested it last night, worked out the kinks. Any of you who actually watch Game Boomers, you will see me returning to that. And those of you who watch SFO, I'm gonna have a new video tomorrow. I've already recorded a video on Borderlands 3. I wanted to get that out on the release day, but all the computer stuff kind of ruined it. But the next, I gave you dim monies. I didn't see a super chat. Puncture, did I miss it? Let me scroll up. No, I didn't see it. I mean, if I missed it, Punkster, thank you. Thank you for the cash. Delete System 382. Fuck you. I know. I'm not dumb. Okay, so anyway. The plan is that tomorrow's video is going to be a Borderlands 3 video. Naomi didn't break the bill. We managed to get it working. And then after Borderlands 3, what I probably have to do is work on some Canadian election stuff, because that's coming up soon. The Canadian election is, what, in a month and a half? I got to do some videos on that. A better and more balanced diet. If you're high veg, you might eat more meat, or vice versa. It's possible, but I'm 99% sure that it was just the mold, because I found so much fucking mold in that washroom, it was ridiculous. If I was going to get Borderlands 3, I would get it on console, and I'm not going to get Borderlands 3, so fuck that. I'm just going to pirate it. Everyone here, everyone listening, there's 191 people watching. Pirate. Pirate Borderlands 3. Well, thank you very much for donating to Twitch Boomers. Thanks, man. But yeah, man, I guess the last thing to say is oh yes, there's one last thing. So like several people have given me some decent sized sums of money over on PayPal, and I don't want to reveal their real names because it's their real name. But I don't know who it is. I don't know who they are in Discord. I don't know who they are in the comments or in the chat. I just don't know. They just gave me a bunch of money. So like if you guys want to if you're in the SFO Discord and you want the reward tier, let me know who you are. And like I will you can confirm your real name with me and I'll give you the proper reward tier because $100 gets you into the $5 club for life. Like $5 a month gets you into the $5 club, but $100 gets you in there for life. So I want to like make sure that you guys get the rewards that you get because $100 also comes with 4 hours of stream time with me, or joining in on a Dumping with Scrum. So I want to make sure that everyone gets their rewards. But people have just been giving me money. I don't know what to do. Like I don't know who you guys are, man. Is George Soros? Oh shit! I'm being funded. It's 191 witnesses, bucko. Anyway, if you gave me a large amount of cash, PM me on Discord and we'll set it up, okay? I'll at the very least, I'll give you your yellow rank if you don't want any of the rewards. I'll just give you the rank. $5.99 from Fuzzy Logic. You make good stuff, bro. The good colony. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So that's kind of my preamble for today. Do you guys want to talk about some your doxing scheme is way too transparent. I already have their real names, man. Yes, thank you for wanting to give $100, but like you don't have to. Anyone who wants to give money, like take care of yourself first, right? There's no obligation. Hey, Blippity Blop. Blippity Blop, was I going on your pod? Was it you that I was going on the podcast with tonight? I can't remember. And I can't find the DM. I'm scheduled for somebody at 9 and I can't find it. Of course, now he's just going to say yes and have me on there without me fucking knowing. He's like, yeah, it was totally me, dude. Gay ops confirmed. All the gay ops. The gayest of ops. Okay, just give me a second here. If you want, we can actually talk about the news and have me stop fucking around. I understand, yes. Don't worry about it. What? What happened? There we go. Okay, fixed. Wait, really? I'm the only North American politics YouTuber I watch? I'm only half a politics YouTuber too. I usually just fuck around on Twitch and stuff. Okay, I have the articles up here. Now that I've had yeah. You've had I know I've been on the Deplorable Batcave before, and that was a fun time. But I'm scheduled for somebody's podcast tonight, and I don't know who. Yeah, take care of yourself, Ias, first. I don't want anybody going into debt supporting me. That'd be ridiculous. Would you ever do reviews or play through tabletop games in Game Boomers? Maybe. I like the idea of doing like board games, like VHS board games, like Nightmare. That'd be really fun. Punkster, I'll give you some attention. Hey, let's start. Let's begin. How do I turn it on? I think this is it. There we go. Okay. The first article I have is from The Telegraph. And it says, most Britons want Brexit referendum. Is it Britons or Britons? I don't know. Most Britons want Brexit referendum respected. Poll reveals, as public just wants uncertainty over. Yeah, fair enough. That's a sad Boris, but, whatever. I can respect that people, even if they didn't vote to leave, they just want it to happen because it's, it's democracy. Julian here, $5. So dairy quota. What do you think? Also, I am one of the PayPaler. If you're one of the PayPalers, thank you very much for the large sum of money. What I will say though is Julian here, get in my Discord. The link should be in the description. If not, I'm sure a mod can hand you a link and PM me and we'll talk about it, okay? And we'll set things up. Do 5e with the Discord. Britons. Is it really Britons, eh? Okay. More than half of... Wait, hold on. There's a subscriber wall in this article? There wasn't last time I checked. God damn it. Okay, whatever. More than half of British adults believe the result of the 2016 referendum should be respected, and Brexit delivered, says a new poll. 54% agreed that referendum results should be respected. Just 25% disagreed, and 100% didn't know. Of those who voted Remain in 2016, more than a third said they now wanted Brexit delivered. That's crazy. So see, I would have thought that it would have been the other way around. Like over time, there would have been more Remainers and less Leavers. But I guess like a bunch of Remain people are being converted. Last week, Boris Johnson said he would rather die in a ditch than extend Article 50. After rebel Tories helped push through the legislation compelling him to delay Brexit for 3 months if he cannot strike a new deal. Yeah, I like the idea of, he's like, you know what, burn me alive, I'm not doing it, fuck you. You know, we need more of that in politics, frankly. What's being sipped? It's French vanilla coffee right now. What can be done to get kicked out of the EU? Well, isn't France threatening to get kicked out of the EU? There's like, if you don't smarten up, we'll boot you out. And Britain's like, okay, go ahead, dude. Yeah, Taroni, you're talking about Trudeau versus Scheer. I will have a video for that, man. We will see. But that'll be later. No deal is best deal. You think so, eh? It's possible no deal is best deal. I can see the argument. Wait, did Boris say he's the Hulk? I missed that. Did Boris actually say he's the Hulk? Hold on. Boris Johnson Hulk. Is that real? Boris Johnson mocked after comparing Brexit to Hulk breaking chains. Boris is branded the incredible sulk as after he check-ins out of a Brexit press conference. That's kind of funny. Yeah. No. This is kind of funny. Comparing Britain leaving the EU to the Hulk smashing out of his chains. Well, isn't it? Isn't this like your Independence Day? This is kind of funny. Bojo smash. Oh god, that's amazing. Okay, let's keep going though. What do I got here? Dad blames judge for son's death. Now he's jailed for harassment. Have you guys heard about this shit? This is bullshit. Check this out, okay? $5 from Sachin. Thank you very much. Just a reminder, the only reason Arch has consent forms for y'all is because you're a lolly vampire. Oh yeah, the consent forms, dude. I'm doing a video on that, but it's not going to be in this, I don't think. I'm doing something for that later. Jonathan Vanderhagen took to Facebook. Thanks for the $5, by the way. With a storm of criticism, with one post containing profanities against a Macomb County judge and the court system that he believes failed his young son, who died nearly 2 years ago during a custody case. The judge notified the sheriff's office when she was alerted to some of his posts like this one. Exposing bad, corrupt, and shady people like you is what the fuck I do, I presume. Get this, I don't know, something out of our court system, according to a police report. 2 days later, the Chesterfield Township man was charged with a misdemeanor, malicious use of telecommunications services. He posted a bond and was ordered not to have any contact with the judge. That's bullshit. Is this like, is this? Yeah, this is in the States. That's complete BS. That's complete BS that you're getting charged just for like a Facebook post. Complete BS. $5 from Bafflecat. Bafflecat? I got a bunch of good recs for tabletop. If you ever try that out, dude. You fancy a laugh? Megabellum is the pinnacle of Poe's Law SJWs. I don't know what Megabellum is, man. But thank you. Thank you for the $5. Okay, so... But he continued to make Facebook posts about the system and his son. Many including images of Snoopy and Batman. Oh, those are some evil memes, guys. Which were the boys' favorite characters. That's when things took an unexpected turn. When the 35-year-old returned to district court on July 24th on the misdemeanor, a different judge decided he had violated the no-contact part of his bond. He ordered him held on a $500,000 cash bond and to undergo a mental health examination while he was in jail. That's crazy. Thanks for the $5, Antioch. I found a great article about call-out culture. I'll DM it to you on Discord. Thank you, man. This is unheard of. A $500,000 cash bond is for somebody who is very dangerous or has the means to leave the country. Yeah, that's obviously overkill. That's just like a fuck you. The consent in gaming book will be a video soon. Probably this week. He has no prior criminal record, no firearms, and no concealed pistol license. That's wild, dude. Shit talk a judge on Facebook, you go to jail. That's nuts. It's gone too far, man. Like, oh, this is the judge? Of course this is the fucking judge, dude. Look at this. Of course this is the judge. In 2017, he filed for sole custody. Hold on a minute. I'm a faggot. $5. It's my podcast you're coming on tonight. The Generational Gap. Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. PM me on Discord, okay, to remind me, because I completely forgot who you were. I remembered it was a podcast at 9. I just forgot when it was. Repeal the 19th. It was a wise Latina judge. Okay. He filed for sole custody of his 1-year-old son, arguing that the boy's mother had a history of drug use and wasn't properly caring for him. The case was assigned to Circuit Court Judge Rachel Rancilio, but Killen died while in his mother's care. No charges were filed in his death. Rancilio contacted the Macomb County Sheriff's Office on July 8th this year after some troubling post she alerted to on Facebook. Okay, so he loses custody of his disabled son to a woman who's not taking care of him, the mother, because of this female judge. And when he shit talks it on Facebook, he goes to jail. Holy shit, dude. This is wild. I can't fucking believe this. Yep. There's no threats. There's no reaching out to the judge. There's been no contact. There's inadvertent messages. Yeah, man. It's just him talking about a situation. Oh my god. We're talking about threatening a sitting circuit court judge. No, you're not. And in fact, hold on. Is it really threatening if you're threatening to dig up corruption on them? Like, not attack them, not assault them, not murder them, not slander them. Is it really threatening if you're saying stuff like, I'm going to dig up all the skeletons in this court's closet? Is it threatening to, claim to say that you're going to reveal someone's crimes? Does that count as threatening under the law? It's the fucking truth. Oh. I hope this guy gets like a legal fund set up and fucking owns this woman. Jesus Christ. This is in the States. This is not Canada. This is the States. This is Detroit. Fucking wild, dude. Thanks for everyone watching so far. Really appreciate it. I have been advised by my MCN contact to routinely suggest that people like and subscribe, and I don't like doing it. So I'd rather you dislike and unsub. I can't be a show like that. I'm sorry. $2 from Poker Pierce. I hope some badass First Amendment lawyers come to his defense. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, I mean, the problem isn't even First Amendment. It's a loophole because they're setting the bail unreasonably high. What I will shill is Game Boomers, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. That's where I stream video games. So, dislike coming your way, thank you. So if you want to watch me stream video games there tonight, head over there around 6 p.m. EST. I'll shill that all day long, because it's one of my projects. And, oh yes, I'm still paying off the computer that I had to buy when my editing rig died. So if you're able to donate and you feel like I'm worth it, please go ahead. I will greatly appreciate. Let's continue. Emergency grab bag campaign accused of scaremongering. So, the police in Scotland issued a diagram of can you hear that bird out there, by the way? He's really going at it. The police in Scotland have issued a diagram of a recommended grab-and-go bag. So you have pen and notepad, phone charger, battery bank, flashlight, radio, food and water, seasonal clothing, toiletries, batteries. There's probably some food, etc., etc., etc. Fair enough. First aid kit, radio, torch. I assume by torch they mean flashlight, and food and water. Its recommendations were a part of the annual Preparedness Month, which is being promoted by local authorities and emergency services across the UK. So, basically the idea, dislike and uncircumcised, what? Basically the idea is that have stuff prepared for a rainy day in case something happens and you have to leave the house quick. There's a natural disaster. There's like if you're living in like a war-torn area, make sure you have like a way to get out. Have MREs maybe. MRE. By the way, I've been watching a lot of Steve 1989 MRE. He's pretty fucking cool. Let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Yeah, I like his videos. But basically, the whole idea is that have something prepared for a rainy day. In case something goes south, you won't be left with nothing. Give me a wrench, mate, and I'll do your shilling. I will not abuse this power. If I do need another mod, I'll definitely keep you in mind. But basically, yeah, like the whole idea is just keep stuff ready to go for an emergency, right? And look at this. The police force has been accused of scaremongering. The tweet reads, September is Preparedness Month. Emergencies can happen at any time. It's recommended to have a grab bag ready containing essential items, including medication, copies of important documents, food, water, torch, radio, other personal items. Be prepared. Fair enough. Some users were concerned that the tweet would scare people into thinking there was a reason for the sudden advice. Wait. This is crass. Scaring people with no explanations. What emergencies do you envisage? Brexit? War? Civil disturbance? Flood? Pestilence? Nuclear accident? Martial law? This is confusing and worrying. I'm 50 years old, lived here all my life, and never been given this kind of advice before. You need to explain. This guy's grab bag is literally just booze. That's kind of funny. But, like, think about it this way. You're living in the UK. Your government says maybe it's a good idea to have, batteries on hand or just stuff, in case there's a power outage or something. And they're like, no. How dare you suggest that maybe things will go wrong someday? Like, please, Mom, please, big brother, the mommy state, just take care of me. I'm offended that you're telling me to take care of myself. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? What happened to the UK's spine? Got my grab bag ready to go down to London. You got some sausage. You got some, is this, toffee or something? Mint tablets? All right. Grab bag of wine. Like, okay, I get the joke. You know, it's kind of funny. Like, but for some reason, we have gotten to a point in our society where, like, foresight and preparedness is now mocked. Like, are we that entitled that's where we are? Like, damn, man. Oh, God. Okay. The consume product face. Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for the next product. Check this out. This video is incredible. The first Spirit Halloween trip of the year. Watch this. Yeah. It gets weirder and weirder as you watch it, dude. His face gets like more and more deformed. But here's the most interesting thing. Watch the very last second of the clip. Okay, when we get to it. I'm going to pause it when we get there. You can see his face go back to normal. Can I just like... Oh, come on. Fine, I'll just pause it and try to skip us there. It won't show it. It stops right there. Can you see it though? I'll play it a bit. See? Like, the final little bit, his face comes back to normal. See? Looks like Dave. It looks like Dave. Like right here. See, it goes zoop. So, Party Almsv, $5. Thank you very much. In America, this reaction would be unheard of. That's probably because we have hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and floods regularly. The UK is cucked. Yeah, fair enough. Why'd you give Dave the camera? Thanks for the $5, dude. Yeah, it's soy face. It's straight up soy face for sure. But here's the situation though. At the very end, I'll play it one more time so you can see it. At the very end, his face goes like it goes back to normal, like he's putting on a show, right? See, it goes zoop, and he is. And for some reason, these people think that like faking this kind of emotion, like one, that's an emotion you really want to be publicly showing off, and two, that you're gonna fake it to make your life look a little bit bigger or a little bit better for some reason. And it's like it almost feels like those YouTube reaction thumbnails where like people are making just really fucking like strange faces to try and make things seem more interesting than they actually are. I wonder how sad this guy's life actually is. It is indeed Greg Miller. There he is. There he is. $2 from Matapasta, thank you. Morning. Also, the UK never had a spine. He's doing it to spite you. Nothing wrong with this kind of video. It's clear a dude just making funny videos showing he's happy that Halloween is close. I mean, fair enough, right? But first of all, Yiz, I do not accept that Halloween's close. It's 2 fucking months away. God damn it. I will not accept like people putting out Halloween shit in goddamn like late August. No. I refuse. Halloween starts October 31st and it ends November 1st. That's that. Let's continue on though. Oh God. Okay, check this out. Gun Pixies. Help the Pixies stealthily bustle about their regular-sized girls' towering legs and rooms to fulfill their mission. Study human behavior in order to help them overcome the social issues of their home planet. It's out now on Switch. Okay, guys. I'm gonna play this trailer for you, and I want you guys to tell me if this is something that you want me. I know I know it's September, but still, people we're talking about Halloween in August. Anyway, I want you guys to know, to answer. Should I play this on Game Boomers? Here, I'll let you watch the trailer. Okay, check it out. It looks pretty good. Yes. No. Yes. Inject the weeb shit into my veins. Yes. Play it. Reboot. Yes. Yes. Just out of curiosity, those of you, a giantess fetish game? Yeah, pretty much. So those of you who don't watch Game Boomers in the chat room right now, because there's 318 of you, so I assume some of you don't watch it. If I play this game on Game Boomers, would you watch? Would you come over and watch it? Nep. No. Yes. Play the KFC dating sim. We already are gonna play the KFC dating sim. Poker Pierce 199. My wife already put all the fall decorations up. Thanks for the $2, man. I don't have any fall decorations though. Yes. It's Vor. Do it. So a lot of those yeses, I assume, would be people coming over. Okay, I guess I'll do it. We've already played Galgun. Seriously. Let me see if I can find it. YouTube.com/GameBoomer. I'll plug it in when I get it. If it's the right time, you know. No, yes. Here's all our playthroughs on the Game Boomers channel. Let me see if I can find Galgun, because we did Galgun for sure. Is it Happy Ribby? No, that's some weeb ass shit. Here it is, yeah. Galgun double piece. We did this, man. Here. If you guys want to watch it, I'll plug it in the chat. There it is. Wait, is there actually nudity? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Huh. If there's nudity, I guess we can't do it. That kind of sucks. You haven't been got by Game Boomers recently. Have you guys actually started Borderlands 3? No, and I'm not going to. Because I protest that fucking terrible game. If I ever play it, I'll pirate it. Yes, let's get back to it. Okay, check this out. This picture's been going around. Everyone's saying no, yes. Oh, is there nudity on the Steam page? Ah, shit. Okay, I'll stream it on DLive or some bullshit like that. Okay, anyway. Hey, white people, let's make a deal. You want to say the N-word so much? Give money to black people. So hold on. If you throw some change at a random black guy, you can say nigger. Is that the lesson? I mean, that sounds even more demeaning. I gotta say. Also, these two quite literally look like the same person. Like the guy and the girl. They just kind of like weirdly changed faces, or like they're using a filter to like apply both faces to the, you know what I mean? Yeah, the guy's forehead. What the hell is all this? And this dude here looks like the Boundary Break guy. The guy from the Boundary Break channel. Is it Shishez or something? And he's like looking at these two like, what the fuck? I'm all for people giving me money. Buy the N-word past. Yeah. That's the same principle as saying it's okay to sexually objectify or abuse women if you give them money. Yeah. So now that I've paid for my N-word pass. Is this the next one? Yeah. I think this is fake, but imagine if it isn't. Good morning, 4chan. I am a senior producer at CNN, and we are breaking a story about Epstein's death and how it was posted on 4chan 38 minutes in advance. Would you guys tell me, how did the person know about it in advance? Do you also have the name of this person? Thank you. Greetings, senior producer. I wanted to formally call you a nigger. That is all. I don't know if this is true. It probably isn't. Because, like, dude, believing anything on 4chan. Oh, is that Steve Shives? Fuck Steve Shives. This has to be fake. Like, maybe it was a real post, but there's no way this is actually a guy from CNN. $2 from Poker Pierce. He already gave his money to his wife's BF. That's how he earned his pass, man. Thank you for the $2. Here, I can at least for those $2, I can give anybody who donates a D-word pass to use my name, Dev. Let's keep going here. Oh yeah, this shit. Girl power. Hasbro brings gender pay gap debate to game night with the new Miss Monopoly. It's so dumb. Addressing the gender pay gap comes down to changing the rules of the game. Wait, does it? Changing the rules of the game. Not women working harder or working longer hours the way that men do, but changing the rules of the game so that women can do less and earn more. It's equality, guys. It's equality. The D word is digger. Almost out of coffee. God damn it. I'm already out of coffee. God damn it. Anyway. This is bullshit. And I don't know if I want to play this. Hasbro is launching a new version of the iconic board game that celebrates female trailblazers and is the first where women make more than men. So it's not even about equality anymore. It's about women making more. Why? I mean, shouldn't it be about equality? Women making the same as men? 4chan knew about the Pokemon games and all their new features before it was released. Yeah, they also know about the World of Warcraft expansions too. 4chan does sometimes have legit leaks. But okay, the new game, which includes several modern updates, including ride shares instead of railroads. Ride shares. You fucking LA San Francisco hipsterites. And Wi-Fi instead of the waterworks. Goes on sale this month. Fine. All the things surrounding female empowerment, it felt right to bring this to Monopoly in a fresh new way. Fine, fair enough, whatever. Wage debate at game night. The banker doles out on 1,900 Monopoly to each female player and 1,500 to each male. So again, it's not even equality. It's just giving women more. Why? Yep. Every time a player passes go, women collect 240 and men collect 200. See, the reason why in real life men make more money than women is because men work harder. They work more dangerous jobs. They work longer hours. They take more promotions. They take less time off. They take less personal time. They take less vacations. Like, and you know what? If you go to any kind of like pleb place, like a McDonald's or a Starbucks or a Home Depot or a grocery store, you'll notice that almost all those environments are unionized, and men and women make the same low, shitty wage. $1.99 from Poker Pierce. I fully support this. Women can finally win. Thank you very much, man. Berto Elkin. Do people not use water nowadays? No, man. They just drink like Soylent. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Yiz the Eunuch. Anyone who plays the game should just identify as a woman. So that's how shit works these days. Yeah, absolutely, man. Just identify. Identify it. I identify as a woman, so give me my 240. All right. New tokens including a white hat, a watch, a barbell, a glass, and a jet plane. Oops, okay, that's not really anything related to this. To celebrate the game, Hasbro surprised 3 young female inventors with $2,000 in real, not Monopoly money. 13-year-old Gitanjali Rao of Denver. I'm sure she's not actually of Denver. Sophia Wang from Connecticut. Sounds like somebody who's probably from China. And Ava Canny from Ireland, who might actually be the only native person there. So basically, there's been a whole thing about female inventors. How like most inventions are made by men. It was like 90% of inventions or something. And fair enough. I'm sure that there were inventions that like women made that didn't get properly taken seriously until a man made them later. For example, I know that it was a black woman that invented paper bags. And paper bags are huge now. Like, you see them fucking everywhere. They're a big deal. But it took a black woman to kind of come together and get the right paper that was kind of coarse and like put it into a bag shape and like figure out how to fold it. And like, it's not like a technical invention or a technological invention, but it's still an invention. It's still something. Like, it's not nothing. But I get it. So maybe there are cases where women who could be inventors don't invent stuff. I can accept that. I think it's much more likely that most women just don't want to fucking invent stuff. Might have passed to $5. Women need the handicap to compete with men, even on games of chance. Yeah, fair enough. That is not true. Women invent problems all the time. Jesus Christ. Okay. There are so many big things that most people think are created by men, but they're actually created by women. I mean, possibly, right? It's definitely a possibility. But to think that like men haven't played their part is just ridiculous. Here's the most important part about it, is that, okay, let's say that a woman invents something, and that something has to become like a product. It becomes like mass marketed, and it has to be manufactured in the millions and sent off across the world. Who does most of the work to actually create the product and then send it out? Well, firstly, machines, automation, but secondly, men. It'll be men maintaining the machines. It'll be men packaging up into the boxes and sending them off, and it'll be men like driving the trucks or sailing the ships or flying the airplanes. Basically, this idea that men don't play a part has just kind of become nuts. It's nuts in the same way that women don't play a part. Of course they do. She was appalled to learn more about the gender pay gap. Well, did she learn that a lot of women are working, say, 25 hours at a grocery store as a cashier and not actually working 40, 50, 60 hours a week on whatever it is they're working on? Are you appalled about that? I mean, didn't Trump say you'll get paid as much if you do as good a job, and that's how it should be? If I were a woman and I saw the gender pay gap, I would be appalled at how lazy women have been. We should all give credit to women for inventing sandwiches. Actually, it was a man who invented a sandwich, man. Seriously. Madam C.J. Walker invented hair products. Yeah, fair enough, right? Women can do stuff already, yeah. Furious Dan, I keep seeing people bitch about Ford in Ontario, but I cannot fathom why. I'll have a video on that later, but the short version is that Ford is just like a stupider Trump. So people are just like losing their shit over nothing. Invent me a sandwich. Yeah, the Earl of Sandwich, basically, he invented a sandwich because he wanted to have a food he could eat one-handed while playing cards with his friends. So he just took like bread, and just ate it one-handed while he held his cards in his other hands. And so like his the other earls and shit would say like, get me whatever sandwich is having. And so that became known as a sandwich. Let's move on, because we have another Monopoly thing. Monopoly Socialism is a bad game created as an ineffective parody. So, hold on. When it's Miss Monopoly, it's fine. When it's Monopoly Socialism, it's problematic. Oh my god. Really, dude? Really fucking Polygon? Okay, let's see. Your little offshore account has been uncovered. Guess what we do to greedy capitalists? Go to jail. Winning is for capitalists is the name of the game. They include an old school cell phone, a phonograph, and other incongruous items from the franchise's history. At least they're metal. Monopoly Socialism, a new board game from Hasbro Gaming, is one of the most mean-spirited board games I've ever played. Vanilla Monopoly itself is a dated, frustrating experience in even the most favorable settings. This self-described parody version, which I purchased online and picked up in a Target store here in the United States, forgoes any pretense of being fun to play. It seems pretty fun to me. Even as a joke gift, it's difficult to recommend. In Monopoly Socialism, there are no properties to buy. No, there isn't. There are no properties, dude. Of course not. You can't have property under socialism, dude. Instead, the majority of the spaces on the Game Boy are taken up with projects. Well, yeah, it's like it's the Socialist People's Project, isn't it? Everyone works together on the project. You get forced into the gulag to work on the project. I'm using Brave, man. There's no ads here. It's fine. A word that perhaps inadvertently brings to mind urban housing developments of the 1980s, 1990s. Yeah, see, the projects are only called the projects in the States. So I would say this is a very Americanocentric view, Polygon. And you need to check your privilege about it. Because they're not called projects in the UK. They're not called projects in Canada. They're not called projects in Australia. I think you need to figure this out. I think it's all a brilliant troll. Poker Pierce. Thanks for the $2, man. The game's... China was working so well to the white man. Yeah, dude, straight up. And that white man's name was Karl Marx. And Monopoly Social, there's no food to buy either. Wait, the game's brand of jokes rely on partisan political humor. Well, isn't that what the entirety of social justice relies on, is partisan political humor? Like, they use right-wing as an insult. They use centrist as an insult. They use liberal as an insult. Like, is that a criticism? Because you have to basically dismantle your entire life. Okay, whatever. Marvin Gardens and Park Place are nowhere to be found, replaced with the Healthcare for All Hospital, the No-Tip Vegan Restaurant, and Together We Rise Bakery. Bake the cake, bigot. Players take turns rolling dice and moving around on the board, just like regular Monopoly. But instead of paying things on their own, virtually everything is funded from money from the Community Fund, which gets stocked with $1848 during the game's setup. Yeah, Communist Manifesto. Yeah, I remember that. The trick is that since there are only a few ways to put any additional money into the fund, it dries up before much of anything is accomplished. Then the game ends. You mean just like real socialism? Only the game ends when everyone starves. I'm not outraging Zigaton. I'm having a lot of fun with this shit. Let's read these. Hold on. Let's see. You seem to be doing too well for yourself. That's not how socialism works. As a community, choose one player to take back 5 of their chips. We voted. It's time for a shake-up. $2 from Absolute Unit. Have you seen the Banana Splits movie? Never even heard of it, man. But thank you for the $2. Swap any one of your project cards for any one of other players. You may not choose projects that are part of a complete set. Play this card immediately. Minimum wage increase. Sucks to be a small business owner. Pay the bank 100 Monopoly bucks from the community fund. You catch your neighbor using a plastic straw to drink from a disposable cup. Remove another player's chip from any project card and return it to them. You bring your own mason jar to the coffee shop for your iced decaf soy lattes. Place one of your chips on any open contribution space. This is stupid. You keep working despite the circular saw injury. Okay, what else do we got here? Free parking. Nothing happens. Relax and enjoy the view of our community. Oh, God. Okay. Frenchinator 2, $2. Mrs. Monopoly doesn't have properties. It has inventions. Yeah. It has inventions. I saw that too. Yeah. Thank you for the $2, though. It's technically possible for one player to win by developing 10 projects around the board, but it's highly unlikely to actually happen given the capricious nature of random dice rolls. The several simulated games I played through all ended in bankruptcy, which I'm confident is an intended feature. It's also an intended feature of life, because all socialist and communist states have ended in bankruptcy. Because you eventually run out of other people's money. Like, man, like, consider this, okay? The argument is that a grand central authority has to accumulate all wealth in the society and then distribute it in such a way that people aren't left out, that the needy don't go hungry, the people aren't poor, they're not homeless, people get health care, that no one has to suffer. And I guess that's kind of an all right goal on the surface, but it doesn't work. And the main reason it doesn't work is because these people don't understand that wealth does not simply exist. It's generated. It's not a zero-sum game. You can create new wealth by inventing new things. You can't simply just take all of the world's wealth and divvy it up into 7.5 billion equal chunks and expect that to work. Because even though you can distribute the wealth, you can't create new wealth by doing that. Because new wealth comes from individuals. It comes from people working. It comes from people having inventions, having ideas, putting things together. When woman is out, she takes half the man's money. Thanks for the $2, Poker Bears. Thank you, man. But okay, it's like here, people keep saying, wealth is a zero-sum game. You can't invent any more of it. It just exists, and you have to distribute it properly so that it's not all just accumulated in the 1%. Okay, fair enough. So you think that there's just a finite amount of wealth in the world, and that's it, and it must be divvied up equally. Okay. Does that mean that 100,000 years ago, when there was only, say, 150,000 humans, we all lived better off back then? Because think about it. If you can't create wealth, if it just is, then that means that it's always been. So therefore, if you divvy up all the world's wealth into 7.5 billion pieces, it's actually much better to divvy it up into 150,000 pieces because there's less humans, more wealth per person. So very clearly, humanity was at its apex when there was less of us around 100,000 years ago. That's where that logic leads. And it's very clearly not the case. Because very clearly, we have created wealth from the Stone Age until now. We have made things of value. We have generated, we've built, we've invented. So, if you look over the long term of history, socialism just has to be false. There's no other way it works. They don't understand economics, and they don't understand human ingenuity. What else we got here? Monopoly Socialism is essentially a single-use board game. The majority of the digs and socialism live in the deck of 44 chance cards. During a single playthrough, you'll burn through all of them at least once, leaving nothing fresh for your second game. But the chance cards are incredibly callous. Yeah, you know what? I've seen these people say the most callous shit to conservatives, to centrists, to classical liberals, to everyone who's not SJWs. So if their complaint is that the joke is callous, fuck them. Tucker Carlson's a Nazi. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Carlos Maza. That's something that's callous. The game seems to run on conservative agita over topics like organic foods, waste reduction, and concerns over plastic pollution in the environment. The most common outcome on a chance card is uncovering negligence, corruption, or absenteeism among the labor force. Well, yeah, dude, that's kind of how it is. Anyway, people are getting mad about it. And people are getting mad that the original Monopoly was invented by a woman, and then it was then monetized by a man because she didn't know how to monetize things, I guess. Yeah. Monopoly started out as the landlord's game, invented by a feminist comedian, Lizzie Magie, to satirize capitalist rent seekers. Okay, fair enough. But you know what? It turned into a pretty good game. People bought it. And if she couldn't sell her invention and someone else swooped in and took it from her, that's kind of her point. Like, The previous article was like female inventors. Well, how come this one didn't work out? Like what happened, dude? I don't know. let's keep going. Enough about Monopoly, all right? That's enough about Monopoly. Oh shit! Let me get my headphones. I want to listen to this bullshit. There's my headphones. Let's watch it.
Term. It could mean boys, or if you're. Hey guys, welcome back to Now This. Guys is a simple term. It could mean boys, or if you're modern, hip, it means people. At first glance, guys seems inviting, friendly, maybe warm, even comedic at times. But it, like many male default terms, should not be normalized as an all-encompassing phrase, innocent as it may seem. While we may understand the word means no real harm, with a deeper look, you'll understand that we've been ignoring the cognitive impact on women as well as gender non-conforming folks by only explicitly addressing the male-identifying individuals present. The meaning of guys has changed over time. According to the Washington Post, etymologists believe it began in the 17th century with a guy named Guy Fawkes, a participant in the failed 1605 gunpowder plot. He only barely escaped a brutal execution by jumping off a scaffold and breaking his neck. For the next few centuries, those who likened him in fashion, appearance, or intellect were referred to as guys. Eventually, according to the Boston Globe, the term broadened to describe creepy people, then to a generic term for men, and now, some would say, a gender-neutral phrase. For decades, we have set a standard of only addressing the men in the room. Of course, we claim it's colloquial, but with our elevated knowledge and inclusive perspective, it just seems lazy, inconsiderate, and a small part of what reinforces the gender hierarchy today. How is one to feel empowered to speak or assert themselves when upon greeting, they're misgendered or even ignored in language? Can we be surprised that for decades, women often felt uncomfortable asserting their voice when we didn't even take...
Okay, I can't watch any more of this bullshit. What the fuck? So the problem is the word guys. That's the problem now. You know, I thought they wanted things to be gender neutral. Like, wasn't that the whole point? Like, make everything one gender. You know, emasculate the men, make women like men, make it all one gender. Non-binaries. From Matapasa, $2. Replace hey guys with hey niggas. Jesus. Okay, let's keep watching this bullshit.
The time to properly acknowledge them. These linguistic tendencies were developed and reinforced in eras where women were barely meant to be seen and certainly not heard. Please note, you're not a bad feminist if you're comfortable with using the phrase guys. There are larger issues that we, the feminists, need to combat. Reproductive rights, rape culture, violence against women.
Oh my God. It's not even a problem. Language isn't a problem. I do not believe that we should be language policing. I do not believe that we should be forcing a cultural change such as language shift through top-down power. Hey, group of beings and spirits and ABCs. Thanks for the $2, Poker Pierce. Thank you, man.
LGBTQ rights and the general reprogramming of most people's minds when it comes to the valuation of women.
The reprogramming of people's minds. Alex Jones was fucking right.
In society. But when you stop valuing the personhood and visibility of individuals, you make it easier to dehumanize them on a macro scale, minimizing his, her,
hold on a minute.
It's, their, minimizing people's minds when it comes.
Check this out. Dehumanizing, devaluing women, right? Watch this. See? The two guys are going to shake hands. She's being dehumanized, but he's reaching for her hand when it cuts. You see that? It's like, we're going to shake hands. And now we're going to shake hands. Oh, I guess we'll cut it out because it doesn't really fit.
her, its, their right to respect and equality. I'm not offended, per se, if someone lumps me in with the guys. I'm sure there's really no malintent.
Isn't that what you've wanted this whole time? Is to be lumped in with the guys? I mean, equal pay, right? Women's opportunities, right? Put women in the 1%, make them CEOs. Isn't this what you want?
In fact, if you and your friends want to freely address each other, by all means. I just want you to know that you're one small step away from making a more conscious effort to dismantle the patriarchy.
I just want you to know that you can't have anything be private. Your private friend group, your hangouts, your social events, nothing's private anymore. It's all political. You must dismantle the patriarchy with every step of your life, with every breath, with everything. You must. Why such a wide mouth? I don't fucking know. But thanks for the $2, Poker Pierce. Our cat's gay, $5. Now this, brought to you by Excentrin Migraine Relief, because after this you will need it. Thank you for the $5, guys. Thanks both of you for the donations. It will go towards the new computer fund. I still have to pay it off. Thank you.
Don't believe me? Try walking into a room full of cisgender heterosexual men.
Well, guess what? I'm not a cisgender heterosexual man because I like to fuck traps. Even though I haven't actually done it. I'm interested.
And triumphantly announce, hey gals, okay girls, thanks sis. I'm sure within 10 minutes, if not seconds, at least one person will correct you.
You do realize that this happens all the time. Guys call each other bitches a lot. Also, isn't like a military thing where like the boot camp instructor will call all the men ladies? Like this happens. But more importantly, the difference is that guys has become, as you admitted in the at the start of the video, it's become a gender neutral term. You can use guys for everyone. You can't use girls for everyone. And you can't use boys for everyone. You can't use women for everyone. You can't use men for everyone. But guys has just become gender neutral. Now, if your complaint is that you don't like something being turned gender neutral, when your entire world philosophy has been about making everything gender neutral, well, this is the face I'd expect you to fucking make.
We should all be as protective of our gender identities as a cisgender heterosexual man. We deserve it. So what can you do? Substitute one hey guys with a simple good morning everyone. Hi y'all, folks, everybody.
Folk? Of course it's folk. They for some reason SJWs just loved like overtaking like backwoods country language sometimes. They say y'all and folk a lot, and it's like you guys aren't rednecks. What the fuck are you doing?
Scholars, team if you're at work, campers if you're in the forest, bayhive because it's always appropriate. You can also just find ways to insert people's names and address everyone present.
This is just a power play. It's quite literally saying, no, you will listen to me, you will use my language, you will do as I say. And just do it. Just do it, bigot. Just come on. It's so easy. Just do it, you bigot.
And when in doubt, say nothing at all.
Don't speak. Don't ever speak. Jesus fucking...
Hey. Works. I challenge you to take an extra 0.5 seconds to think about what comes out of your mouth before you say it.
Well, you didn't regarding this fucking video.
Somewhere along the way, hey, you may slip a guy out or two, but thank you in advance for trying. You can say that all of this is silly or too PC, but there are always larger societal
2PC? Donate to the PC fund, guys.
Implications of language, the way we use it and weaponize it.
It's weaponized, dude!
The things we do and say matter. So if you do nothing else, repeat after me. I am powerful.
Yeah. She's hulking out, like Boris Johnson.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to...
Hey guys. Wow. So that was a something, right? I use y'all all the time, something appropriating. Thanks again, Poker Pierce. Thanks for all the toonies. So that was something, right? here she is. This is the host of that show. So sad that tomorrow is my last track practice. I'm gonna miss you guys. Oh. I wonder. So, how long until we string this girl up by her dreadlocks? Metaphorically, I'm not actually threatening anybody. There's no threats. That was a joke. God damn it. I'm probably gonna get yeeted off the YouTubes now. All right, let's continue on. Let's see what we got. This article is called Environmental Play Acting. Today's youth will fight climate change, we're told, but they're no more willing to give up luxuries than anyone else. That seems to be the case, isn't it? Fight climate change, climate change, climate change. No, I still want to get my Starbucks latte and throw it the cup. I still want to be to use all my electronic devices and just burn coal at an even faster rate. The youth will save the planet, according to the elite narrative about global warming. It was young voters who were asking the tough questions and holding Democrats' feet to the fire. All right. Why should we trust you to transition our economy to renewables? Well, to be honest, renewables are good, but I'm not sure if we're at the point yet where we can really depend on them. We have to go nuclear. Senator Amy Klobuchar. Okay, first of all, Klobuchar shouldn't even be involved in the race anymore. For some reason, Tulsi Gabbard is out, and yet she's polling better than Klobuchar because the Democratic establishment is complete and utter bullshit. I'll have to do a video on that soon. Anyway, a PhD candidate at Northwestern University berated Joe Biden for allowing a natural gas company executive to host a fundraiser for him. Fossil fuel companies are committing crimes against humanity. All right. I mean, I think our technology and our ingenuity is going to be able to solve this problem. I do think it's a problem. I'm not like a climate change denier. But I think that it's well within our ability to solve without just like radically destroying our entire modern civilization. I think we can do it. I think nuclear is the way to go. That's what we have to do, man. But anyway. Yeah, you get like this article talks about yachts, private jets, SUVs that all these celebrities who complain about climate change use all the fucking time. Like, it's no one wants to actually do what has to be done to reduce emissions. So everyone's just complaining about it and hoping that like a government authority will step in and crack down and force people to do it because no one actually wants to do it. Y'all is the superior contraction. Thanks, Opinionated One, $2. Thank you very much. Most young people have not yet reached such a flamboyant level of energy use, but if they could, they undoubtedly would. With as little sense of anachronism as that of Al Gore in his energy-guzzling mansion. Al Gore invented the internet. But he also invented... Tulsi Gabbard is not out of the presidential race, but the Democratic... the Democratic, basically the framework of the party is not allowing her to show up to debates anymore. And it's fucking bullshit. Because she's like the one, man. Can't we use dark matter already? If you want to explode. But yeah, man. These are the consumers who keep football fields of computer servers buzzing around the clock to support their social media habits. If being green meant turning off one's phone for 22 hours a day, or foregoing the latest upgrade, the reasons why such sacrifices are not required would spout from every Gen Z or millennial's lips. Yeah, man. Like, if you see all these people talking about climate change, it's like, man, you could do stuff right now. Why aren't you? How come you're not managing your own house before you go and criticize somebody else? Yeah. Food delivery apps producing torrents of plastic and paper waste. And constant circulation of cars and bikes. Yeah, man. Like Amazon. How much waste do you think Amazon produces? Yeah, it feels like it's just a bunch of rich people who have it too fucking good at this point, you know. And I don't even mean like rich. I mean like the middle, like the coastal middle class in the States, who are just like living it up on everyone else's expense and wondering why everything's going to shit around them. However, let's check this out. Scientist suggests eating human flesh to fight climate change. Soylent Green is fucking people, dude. We are there. It's just, look at this guy. He looks like he wants to eat you. It's like, come here, man. Okay, all right. I mean, it seems like it'd be okay. Let's just take it like on its surface value. Okay, it'd probably be rather inefficient. You can't just eat people all the time. Secondly, you probably would have to like eat old people who have recently died. You can't just like kill people and fucking eat them. So if we're just keeping to the people that recently died, you got to get to that body real quick and then fry it up. Unless we're actually literally rounding the homeless up and turning them into Soylent bars. Eat the rich. Eat the rich. Ow, I'm not your lunch. Dev could feed a family of 5. But yeah, and another thing is like, okay, so in this article, you had a bunch of entitled entitled millennials who are complaining about climate change and not changing their habits. In this, however, this is the other way around. Like, most of the problems of climate change do come from corporations, and yet they're like, oh no, corporations don't have to cut down on anything. You guys eat each other. It's great. This is, climate change has become retarded on all angles. All right. A Swedish scientist speaking at Stockholm Summit last week offered an unusual possible tactic: eating human flesh. He believes eating human meat derived from dead bodies might be able to help save the human race, if only would society were to awaken to the idea. No. Okay. Can you imagine eating human flesh? He claimed that there are conservative taboos against cannibalism. I think it's more than conservatism that's against cannibalism, dude. Is cannibalism the solution to food sustainability? Why? He suggested more plausible options such as eating pets and insects. Yeah, see, this happens in socialist countries where you have fucking nothing. All right? And yes, there's definitely health risks to cannibalism. Yes, you can't just eat your own fucking species. Like, you can't do that shit. But basically, this guy's retarded. It's like, yeah, you know, we're burying millions of tons of meat every year. Just eat that shit. It's like, get out of here. Jesus. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this one. Woman with a mutant gene who feels no pain and heals without scarring, discovered by scientists. That sounds fucking metal, dude. Gamer Girl Rumprost. See, here's what you have to do. You just splice this gene into every single baby so that we can just eat them no problem without any kind of moral implications. That's how we do it, right? A good-natured Scottish pensioner who experiences virtually no pain, has superhuman healing, and remains unflappable in life-threatening situations may sound like a Marvel spin-off, but has just been reported in a leading scientific journal. She's 71, and she has a genetic mutation that was previously unreported. She first caught doctors' attention when, age 65, she sought treatment for a hip problem, which doctors later found to be severely arthritic. And the discomfort would usually have been debilitating, and after a second painless surgery, they decided to investigate. So she just can't feel pain. That's crazy. Human composting? Maybe. Human burgers? Never. Thanks, our cat's gay. Thanks for the $2. Yeah, eating your own species is a good way to get prions. Yeah, man. It's a good way to get like 10 different diseases. So she's reported numerous burns and cuts without pain, often smelling her burning flesh before noticing any injury, and the wounds healed quickly with little or no residual scar. Man, that sounds cool. If you could like splice this gene into babies, it would actually be awesome. Like to be not be able to feel pain. Eating your fellow man to own the conservatives. Thanks for the $2, Pierce Ford. All right. She could also eat fiery Scotch bonnet chilies without any discomfort, but a short-lasting, pleasant glow in her mouth. Oh, okay. She thought it was normal how little pain she felt. That's crazy. So it talks about the actual gene that is kind of strange in her body. You know, I do think we're going to be seeing like designer babies within our lifetimes. People are going to be genetically modifying their kids. And honestly, in this case, it might actually be a good thing to do it, you know? That could be cool. If there's any kryptonite, she said she's moderately absent-minded and has always been prone to forgetting keys or losing her train of thought. Yeah, well, you know what? My girlfriend's like that. And she has no pain immunity, so fuck it. Yeah, people with a mutation where they don't feel pain isn't that weird. Healing without a scar, that's weird. Yeah, man, because that's like a stem cell thing. Like, you get scar tissue because your body no longer knows how to like recreate the muscle tissue or recreate the skin tissue or whatever tissue it is. It can't recreate it, so it just like slaps a bunch of scar tissue in there just to fill the hole up. But if it's leaving no scar, that means that it's regenerating tissue as if you were a child. Like, that's crazy. What's next? This is an old one. This is from 2011, but I just found it. Court bans man with low IQ from having sex. So, how dumb do you have to be that the state will not allow you to fuck? A man with a low IQ has been banned from having sex by a high court judge who admitted the case raised questions about civil liberties and personal autonomy. The 41-year-old had been in a relationship with a man whom he lived with and told officials it would make me feel happy for it to continue. But his local council decided that his vigorous sex drive was inappropriate and that with an IQ of 48, Jesus, and a moderate learning disability, he did not understand what he was doing. A psychiatrist involved in the case even tried to prevent the man being given sex education, on the grounds that it would leave him confused. The justice said the case was legally, intellectually, and morally complex, as sex is one of the most basic human functions, and the court must tread especially carefully when the state tries to curtail it. But he agreed that the man, known only as Alan, should not be allowed to have sex with anyone on the grounds that he did not have the mental capacity to understand the health risks associated with his actions. Wow. That's crazy shit. Okay. So you got white women who fuck dogs. No problem. You got people who want to extend, like, human rights to chimpanzees. Okay. But an actual human, no, he can't consent. These people want, like, pedophilia to be a protected sexuality. But an actual adult human who's just really dumb can't consent. Fucking crazy, dude. It's Forrest Gump. Yeah, Alan does not have the capacity to consent to and engage in sexual relations. The prevention of future sexual activity is in his best interests. That's kind of bullshit, honestly. I don't think the state should be judging that you can't have sex if you're stupid. Where are the SJWs riding over retard rights? Wait, Alan believed that babies were delivered by a stork or found under a bush and that sex could give you spots or measles. Well, he's not wrong about the spots. That's for sure. Anyway, okay, this is dumb. This is stupid. Okay, if he's that stupid, yeah, fine. Provide him with sex education so he gains the capacity to have sex and let him do what he likes. He's not harming anybody. Like, apparently he was in a consensual relationship. That's what it seems like. Okay, whatever. Getting published in the progressive Canadian literature magazines is the easiest thing ever. Last year, I pretended I was a lesbian Lebanese English student at McGill and had 3 of my poems published in, what is this? The Anti-Langorius Project. This was my made-up bio and their acceptance email. This is Canada, guys. This is fucking Canada. Dear editors, please consider the 3 poems I have attached alongside the cover letter entitled Henna, Woman's Womb, and Empty Spaces for your publication. The poems are very brief, and I think they would be perfect. I am a 19-year-old lesbian who has begun her degree in English literature here at McGill. I was born in Lebanon and immigrated to Canada in 2005 after spending several years living in the UK. While there, I developed a love affair for the English language. Some of my favorite poets, okay, yeah, whatever. Melinda Khalif, pronouns she, her. Lesbianese, yeah, dude. Dear Melinda Khalif, thank you for your submission. We are excited to inform you that all 3 of the poems you have submitted have been accepted for publication in issue number 3. Please respond to this email to acknowledge you have read the context of the contract and you set the following terms. So there's a contract. Thank you for sending us your work. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. Apparently the poems were shit. Yeah. All you basically have to do is to be an acclaimed Canadian poet. All you basically have to do to be an acclaimed Canadian poet is claim you have some protected identity and write some shitty poems about your vagina or something. I spent like 15 minutes writing these poems on the bus. The 3rd one is about queefing. Hold on a minute. Okay. Melinda Khalif. Woman's womb. My womb. That embryonic sac men wage wars over. My womb. I will keep you unoccupied and settle there, the peace of goddess. Bear into the fruit of knowledge, a new Eden. And henna. My tongue embroiders, words like mantras, prayers whispered onto a woman's hand. And then, the queef. Empty spaces. There's a space within my cunt. A parenthesis and a parenthesis. Absent of meaning, but full of sound. How did they not tell this is a fucking troll? It's full of sound, dude. I can't fucking stop laughing. Okay. Okay, I gotta click off this shit before I fucking lose it. The funniest part was the suggestions the editors made to supposedly improve my work for publication. They suggested I use the word cunt instead of loins and complimented me on how beautiful a poem about female flatulence was. He had loins, and they said replace it with pelvis or cunt. Loins feels super poemy, and can take readers out of the poem. This is beautiful. I was planning on submitting more work to the other literary journals in Canada to prove people what a joke the literary scene has become, but I got a life. Oh my god. This is incredible, dude. Okay, let's keep going. Oh yes, this. A Linux patch replaces F words with hugs in kernel comments, but some cry censorship. Linux developers clean up code comments to align with the new contributor code of conduct. So, yeah. Code comments, I'm going to assume, basically refer to those bits of comments in the code. So for example, if you don't know coding, like if you're like typing in a code and you have like all your various variables and commands and things, you can usually it's usually hashtag or one of the parentheses, and it turns that line of code into just text. So the computer won't run it as if it were code. It'll just be like a note. Like you have a block of code and then you put like a text thing in that says this code does this. It's how you basically you're like a decent coder. Okay. Well, apparently, someone had a comment in one of the codes for Linux. IOC3 is fucking fucked beyond belief. Is now IOC3 is hugged beyond belief. So these developer messages that only people in the code will see, average users won't see this. You have to like open the code up and look at it. It had fucked in it. It's been censored to hugged. Hugging, hugged, or hug. Another now reads, only Sun can take such nice parts and hug up the programming interface like this. Good job, guys. Elsewhere, comments have been amended to hug. We are miserable poor guys. Yep. It's just been censored. Like, let's see this link. What does it say? Yeah, see, here's some of the code. Yeah, only Sun can take such nice parts and fuck up the programming interface. So oftentimes, coders will put a text line in that's like only other coders will see as a joke. Well, it's been censored to hug. It's been censored to hug. It's censored. Well, okay. They're censored. Now, why are they censored? I don't know. But apparently it's from the Code of Conduct. Harassment includes the use of abusive, offensive, or degrading language, intimidation, stalking, harassing photography or recording, inappropriate physical contact, sexual imagery, and unconsensual sexual advances, requests of sexual favors. Okay. So it's part of their Linux's new Code of Conduct. So, what company recently heavily invested into Linux and demanded a code of conduct from their suppliers? Oh, it was Microsoft. Microsoft recently did this. Yeah, you have to do this if you work with Microsoft as a supplier now. Just how it is. If you do business on behalf of Microsoft, you now must do all this shit. Can you imagine? I mean, Facebook's already going this way. With Facebook, they monitor your behavior off platform, and they punish you on platform for it. It's complete bullshit. I'm sorry, just because I use a service does not mean that service has dominion over my entire life. Let's move on to the final page of today, the final article. One that we've been waiting for ever since the dumping with Scrump happened on Zoe Quinn. The post-millennial. Exclusive. Zoe Quinn's allegations are falling apart. To be fair, Zoe Quinn's lost weight since then. Like, people keep using her fat pictures, but she's actually, like, thinner now. You know, I guess good on her. She managed to lose some weight. She's still got, like, 50 pounds of metal in her face. And she still had over 1,000 dicks. So, you know, no. There are people who say that, like, she's hot, and I'm like, yeah, you know, if you're really desperate and you look at, like, the thin pictures of her at proper angles, she's kind of good looking. But I would never, dude, because dude, you stick your dick in her and it will dissolve and you'll pull out. You'll just have like a stump. Do not fuck Zoe Quinn. Let's see this. Okay. On August 28th, 2019, game developer and activist Zoe Quinn issued a multi-post Twitter statement detailing abuse allegedly suffered at the hands of a former partner and fellow indie developer, Alakalawaka. Crash V's stream. Is V's stream running right now? Oh. Well, sorry, V, but I'm currently streaming. You fuck. Anyway. Oh. As I'm... If you're enjoying the stream, consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Though I'm sure most of you, if you're here, you already have, so don't worry about that. If you feel like helping out with the computer fund, because I need a new computer. I already have the new computer. I need to pay it off now. Please consider donating. $5 a month gets you into the $5 club. $100 gets you in there for life. $5 club has perks. Thank you very much. That's my ad. Oh, also watch me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/GameBoomers. That's my ad. Let's continue. On August 29th, the Night in the Woods development team cut ties with Holowaka, and within 48 hours, he had committed suicide. The same day as Holowaka's suicide, Zoe Quinn's Twitter account was deleted, returning shortly thereafter under protected lock, which enabled only a few select people access tweets. Like me! Because I have a burner account where I follow everyone that normally blocks me. That I don't even post on that account, and I can just see who's talking. A source with access to Zoe Quinn's locked Twitter account has provided the Post Millennia with important history which sheds light on the developer's time with the now deceased Holowaka. I will be doing a video on Zoe Quinn, like a full, huge video on her eventually. Hey, in her real money. Yeah, USD for the $5. Okay. A cursory scan of their Twitter reveals Quinn was preparing to leave for Winnipeg at the end of March 2012 for an unspecified period of time and had arrived at the end of March or beginning of April 2012. So, apparently Quinn was living at Holowaka's apartment in Winnipeg, and we can kind of figure out where and when she was by using these tweets. They had been screen captured and archived in a YouTube video. Okay, let's take a look. In an August 28th statement, Quinn claims to have been physically confined to Holowaka's unit as well as isolated from the outside world. Tweets reveal a different story, with Quinn tweeting regularly throughout the time period in Winnipeg with Holowaka, sometimes dozens of times per day, communicating with many others and describing Quinn's time in the city. So yeah, she's not isolated here. She's talking. She's hanging out. Went to get fabric for making plushies today. Someone crashed a car into the door of the store. Okay. Well, you were out then to see the store crash, weren't you? Yeah. I think I'm done with working on It's Not Okay, Cupid for the night. Tomorrow I'm making plushies. Well, you were actually doing stuff, right? You very clearly lied about this stuff here. Yep. Look at all this stuff. I ended up acting in the second act of a musical randomly today and managed to memorize my lines somehow. Interesting how you did that while being confined to his apartment, Zoe. All right. Winnipeg's Windy Pig's first meetup. Come hang out. You were there, you know? Look at all the stuff you're doing. Like, May 2nd, you're traveling to Montreal and Toronto. Very clearly you weren't stuck there. You're on a podcast. Okay. 30 minutes into the podcast, Quinn discusses having met Holowaka on Twitter, direct messaging him first after you interact with Quinn's tweets and expect interest in Quinn's projects. Specifically, Quinn notes how Holowaka supported the mission of having more than 5% in the industry be women. Quinn calls their relationship adorkable, while being encouraged by Holowaka to talk about their project. Later in the podcast, Quinn describes her day-to-day life. My life right now is I wake up, I bullet on a game I care about very passionately, and I pass out from exhaustion. While discussing indie game developer Phil Fish, $2 from Matapasta, V can blow a Turkish dong. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matapasta. While discussing indie game developer Phil Fish, a conversation that eerily relates to the present takes place. And that's one of the reasons you don't want to be famous, because that's what happens. People basically turn you into a cartoon character. You don't get to be a person anymore, you're a concept. Quinn's bombshell public statement that also claimed that Holowaka had taken control of Quinn's then project It's Not Okay Cupid, the podcast, as well as Quinn's regular tweets while in Winnipeg, challenged the assertion. So she's doing all this stuff. Like, none of this is true. $2 from Poker Pierce. Conspiracy. Zoe is a lab creation of the Clintons. Thanks for the $2, man. Look at all this stuff she's doing, man. Like, she's not fucking held up. When a boy game dev and a girl game dev love each other very much, they smash their heads together and a game comes out. Yeah, sure. Hold on. According to Quinn's statement, Holowaka also delayed purchasing Quinn's ticket home as per their arrangement, effectively trapping Quinn in Winnipeg with no funds to return. Quinn states that a roommate who was frightened asked if Quinn needed help getting out. However, 3 tweets sent out between April 24th and April 30th demonstrate that Quinn is being dishonest about the circumstances. They prove that Quinn was aware of the plan to leave at least 10 days prior to the actual departure. Quinn is discussing an hour-long layover in Montreal, asking if any friends wanted to meet up, announcing return to Toronto. Yeah, see? Could be in Montreal for 5 hours on the 4th, so she knew about it. They're hanging out. They're doing stuff. Yep. Visiting Montreal for a few hours, and I'm going to Toronto for a bit on May 4th. You want to meet up? Let me know. Very clearly, she's not, like, very clearly, she lied about everything. She lied about everything to, about Aaron. She lied about everything regarding Alec Holowaka. She is just a habitual. I honestly think she's like a sociopath. She kind of has the mark of a sociopath. Okay. Quinn says that upon the rapid, anxious escape from the abusive circumstances, the man did not so much as acknowledge their departure. But here, on May 4th, they were working hard to crunch before she has to catch a plane in the morning. Like, you fucking liar. You have public tweets. Or you're an idiot, Zoe. And you know what? After Quinn's return to Toronto, Holowaka and Quinn exchanged several lighthearted public tweets into the month of May as their work continued. So they were still going. They were still fucking going. Yeah, I'm sure you were abused, Zoe. God damn it. And now this guy is dead, and we'll never actually know. We'll never actually know. Anyway, this is about Holowaka being cut from the development team. This is about Holowaka's sister. All right. And you know what? I've actually been given some DMs that I'm not going to cover this video, but I've been given some DMs that will be included in my main Zoe Quinn video. I'm working on a dissecting a degenerate Zoe Quinn announcement. I'm working on it, and we'll see where that goes. But basically, it will be every single thing Zoe has done. I intend the Dissecting a Degenerate series from going forward to basically be, we'll take one particularly shit human being and we will just make it everything they've ever done. And so, that's what I'm going to do. That is going to be one of my next big projects, is working on that. And yeah, dead men can't tweet back. Bullshit. God fucking damn it. Alright, that's the end of my articles for today. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go to the washroom. All right, I'm back, guys. So yeah, that's the whole situation. That's everything. Everything I have for today, anyway. So let me give you a quick rundown. If you don't mind, a quick rundown. There's my garden again. We'll just talk about. I'll just put this up while we finish it up. There's the garden. And no, I'm not just gonna come back and close the stream. I'll hang out and chat with you for a few minutes before I just close the stream. I just really had to piss. So Dev should pig V live. Apparently V is streaming, eh? Okay, fair enough. Well, anyway, thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Tonight, I'll be streaming at Game Boomers, twitch.tv/Game Boomers. And the plan is my girlfriend and I are going to be playing Mario Sunshine. I'll be streaming between 5 and 6 p.m. That is between 4 and 5 hours from now. And then you're off to V, dude cow. See you later, man. I'll be streaming there, so please drop by if you don't mind. Please consider supporting the channel if you have the ability. Just because I had to buy a new computer and I could only pay about half of it. I had to put the other half on my credit because my computer died, and so that's the short version of the story. So if you can donate, please consider doing so. If you can't, don't worry about it. I don't want anyone going poor to support me, but that's basically what's going on. Tomorrow's video will be Borderlands 3, and after that, I will continue working on other projects, other videos that I have planned. So that's the situation. $2 from Tasinko. She has to be charged with involuntary manslaughter. I don't know what that. She has to be charged with something, but I don't know if it's manslaughter. Like I'm not sure. I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Matapasta, $2. When will Dave next make Miranda reviews? When he fucking dies, probably. Crash V stream. Let me just open up Discord here. Yeah, V's not even in like a channel. I can't like join him or anything. Yeah, like I can't even like join in on V, unfortunately. What is V doing? I'm gonna go check it out. Hold on. What is V doing? V. Is he streaming like on his stream channel? V live stream. He is. You guys want to listen in? Hold on. Let's stream snipe V. We're stream sniping, guys. I don't get it.
Yorkie. Man fuel for man stuff.
Man stuff.
Man, I miss these commercials. Like this was in 2012. You would never manage to get away with a commercial like that in this day and age. Oh, a lot of people didn't know. Holy shit! I managed to inform people, huh?
V, I'm stream sniping.
Yeah. You know, Facebook
Oh,
elections in Israel. That's a big
I'm just trolling him now.
About it. But Netanyahu Facebook page suspended over hate speech.
Look at this. Hold on a minute. I'm pausing this. He's doing exactly what I did. You said I got a bunch of links open. V stole it. It's fine. V's a good boy. I guess that's a good idea. Everyone go over watch V, because I am done for now. Everyone go watch V. Tell him that that Devo sent you. Everyone just spam SFO or Devo in the chat room. I'm going to get out of here. Remember, watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. I'll be there tonight, about 4 or 5 hours. And if you can donate to the channel and it won't like break your bank or hurt you, please do so, because I got to pay off my computer that I bought because my computer was dying. And I will see you next time. I mean, I did this on Monday instead of Sunday, but so I'll see you next Sunday, unless I see you on Wednesday for Arch's channel for Vampire, because that's still happening. All right, I'm getting out of here. I love you. See you later.